and we initiated the construction of the health insurance house. It is completed, and today it will be inaugurated. For want of time, all that I would have said has also been copied and copiously covered by the Honorable Commissioner for Health and the Executive Secretary of this scheme. I'd like to appreciate the Chairman and members of the board and the Executive Secretary and the Honorable Commissioner for keeping the rules and ensuring that our health system suffers no setback. And that's why we are all here today gathered to commission this insurance house. It is on this note that I will invite a man who has given himself to service, a man who is now on his way out in his second tenure as the governor of Delta State. We cracked a joke recently in Bauchi, and we termed all of them as outgoing governors. And they in turn said, well, your own turn is also coming. But in his own case, he's not just outgoing. God is taking him to a higher position. And his invitation today is very unique. Out of all the governors in the Niger Delta, nay, in Nigeria, he is the only medical doctor. And so we carefully chose him, his activities about health, whilst he served as a senator, and his activities, even as a governor in Delta State. We carefully chose him to inaugurate this house. May I therefore have the single honor to invite my senior colleague, Dr. Atikuokowa Tv of Africa.
Your Excellency, my dear brother Frank, the Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doediri and his wife, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Your Excellency, the immediate past Governor of Bayelsa State, and distinguished Senator Sirikiti, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Adamawa State, my brothers and sisters, I recognize every position that we have and want to observe the order of precedence that's already established by His Excellency, the Governor of Bayelsa State. But I recognize the traditional ruler who is here seated. First, I must thank the Governor for the honor done me to come to Bayelsa State to commission the health insurance house. I'm truly excited because it is about the people. Not the house, but the house is there to house those who truly are working for the good of the people. If in this country we realize that when we take care of the education of our people and also take care of their health, then we are touching every life, particularly the life of the very less privileged the poor in our society who ordinarily do not have fun health, starting from the time of Senator starting from time of the time of my brother, my friend, the current governor.
Hello?
We truly touch the hearts of the people and truly the soul of the people who is being imparted on positive. I feel really honored to come up on the house. But more important, I was just going to the booklet that was given to us. I must really provide for the level they got because something I do not know whether it's still as smart as I thought it was. The reason that I saw in that booklet that you have existing and functional 214 primary healthcare centers and 46 secondary healthcare centers. Many of the big states cannot boast of functional primary healthcare centers that are in that number or secondary health facilities that are in that number. That means that truly we're taking healthcare directly to the people. And that is something that we must truly commend. Yes, with the health insurance, many states are sluggishly trying to embrace the health insurance policy. I believe that it's important that every state pays special attention to it. Because when we fully provide health and educate our people on the importance of engaging themselves, making some savings through the health insurance policy of the state government, a lot more Nigerians will be able to access health care without having to pay out of their pocket at the time of need, when truly you may not have money in your pocket. And the Health Insurance Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria actually makes it compulsory for every Nigerian mandatorily to be enrolled in the health insurance. Unfortunately, we're paying a lot of lip service to it. So that in today's Nigeria, even when that health insurance act was enacted as far back as 2004, the level of coverage in terms of health insurance in this country is still about or less than 15% of the population. That is obviously not acceptable. We're also very much aware that in trying to improve on this, and in order to also improve the management of health services, in 2014, the National Health Act was signed into law by a son of this soil, President Jonathan. That National Health Bill was actually led by myself as chairman of the Health Committee in the Senate, and we're able to drive the process through the National Assembly and to get it passed and signed into law as the National Health Act. Realizing that we have the vulnerable segments in the society, we actually did provide for the basic healthcare fund, of which 50% of that money would actually be spent on provision of health insurance for the very vulnerable who may not be able to afford it. So some estimates, there is a process put in place to start implementing, but unfortunately, a lot of the funding has not been released by the federal government. And I hope that other states, working with Bayelsa State and some of the states who have started this health insurance policy, will make a lot of push to enable the right thing be done. But with an Atikuokowa administration at the federal level starting May 29, 2023, by the special grace of God, we shall ensure that every aspect of the National Health Act is actually put into operations, because we know that the very, very indigent persons in the society will benefit from it. More so at this point in time, when there are so many difficulties being faced by families, particularly the very poorer segments of the society. If we can provide them education, if we can provide them health services, then we're already taking out a lot of burden from them. Your Excellency, my dear brother, I want to truly thank you for providing a befitting accommodation for the Bayelsa Health Insurance Scheme. Because when you provide this kind of conducive place for them to work, they are more likely going to do their work more perfectly. And I think that you're already making a lot of strides. And I hope that many states would emulate this. In Delta State, we actually passed our own health insurance law in 2016, and we got it operationalized in January 2017. And I think that with what I see here, we have examples to show to many other states across the nation on the need to truly attend to the needs of the poor. I thank God for the feed and for all the number of persons who have attended. But I want to also urge our people that it's important that we save early enough, and we do not have to wait until we get sick. The very little premiums that you pay over time can be the saving grace at the time of need. And in today's Nigeria, when we are not able to predict about that tomorrow, it becomes very, very urgent for us to pay special attention to the health of our people and also to the education of our people. I continue to emphasize this too, because a healthy, educated people can truly be a great asset to a nation. And if your people cannot attend to their health and they cannot receive education, then you have destroyed them. Some people talk about our great numbers. Nigeria, yes, a growing population, but a growing population of youths that are well educated and healthy are a great asset to a nation. But when you grow the population of your youths and they do not have access to education, they don't have access to health, you are growing, I wouldn't want to use the word, but you're growing a youth population that will be angry. And the reflection of that is what you begin to see and what you're seeing in today's Nigeria. But I know that with all of us working together as a people, as a nation, we can begin to turn things around and make us dream yet again about the Nigeria of our tomorrow, a Nigeria that we can boast of, a Nigeria that we can be proud of. And I hope that Bayelsans will truly be out there on the 25th of February this month to support the cause of our party, the People's Democratic Party, so that we can come back to governance at the federal level and to redirect the sinking ship in such a way that we can truly come out afloat and begin to do great things yet again for our people. There is no doubt that the APC governance has tended to sink the ship of our nation. But I know that by the special grace of God, we will redirect the ship to float yet again, and we'll move together by the special grace and guidance of God to do the things that God has purposed for our people. God did not plan for Nigerians to suffer. There's a lot that can be done. And when governments as that of Senator Doyle continue to steer the ship of government in the right direction, we are seeing the results here. And I believe that same results can be gotten at the federal level. And with the complementary effect of the federal and the state governments, we'll have great hope for our children. And we can have happy parents as they see their children grow and get themselves gainful employment. I want to appreciate and congratulate the Commissioner for Health, the Chairman and the Executive Secretary of the Bayelsa State Health Insurance, and to let you know that by the time we come to power, we'll definitely partner with the state government, because those states that have actually taken the bold step to do the right things, we must encourage them to showcase what they are doing and ensure that they become role models for the rest of the country. Your Excellency, my dear brother, I want to congratulate you on this, as I also congratulate those who work with you in the health industry. I want to also appreciate the former governor who started the health. I was aware when he also started, because we talked about it then. I thank God that the governor who is on seat understands and is continuing and improving on what was started. And that is one thing that happens in this country. Most governors come in and they want to destroy the foundations laid by previous governors. But this governor is not like that, because he understands. He understands the need for continuity. In my state, that is the same thing that we're doing. It's always important that the very good things started, we must build upon them and build new things along in order to make lives better for our people. So I want to thank all of you for coming to be part of this ceremony, and to once again register my pleasure for the honor done me by inviting me to commission the health insurance house of the Bayelsa State Government. It is on this note that I'll move forward to formally commission the Bayelsa Insurance House.
Excuse me, sorry. Sorry.
Surely happy. Proceed on the guided tour. Please, not everybody. So I like
That's how this game show you sweet.
I know better.
Oh my God.